This is the Offenders Podcast. You are directly in violation of Penal Code 113, Section 8. The word used, fuck, shit, piss, dick, cunt, and other foul language. Viewer discretion advised.
Welcome back to the Offenders. This is Kyle, and then Evan. Where are you at?
I'm on the other side of the internet, located in Macon, Georgia. Sitting directly next to me on the other side of the internet is Shane.
Hello.
What a shitty place to put the other side of the internet.
Well, you got to put it where nobody is going to find it. Otherwise, they're going to try and steal it.
Well, that's once again a terrible place to put it in Macon if you don't want people to steal it.
We have all the cars here, so people don't download the cars.
Exactly.
Because you wouldn't download a car with you, yes.
Actually, yeah, I saw the guys downloaded a 3D Aston Martin. He's printing off and putting it together. So, yes, he would download a car.
He could make an ass ton of money with that.
All right, Evan, so I hear you got a shitty story. Let's hear it.
Actually, it has nothing to do with poop, you fecal freak. What it was is, if you recall, I don't remember if it was last episode or the one before that, I beseeched the gods to send a woman to me to grab my crotch in a bar.
Then they responded?
Yes.
Wow!
I've become a holy man.
Well, now here's the question, though, is what led to the crotch grabbing? Was it she heard the podcast and decided just to follow through, or was it she drunk and stumbled into it, or...
I'm hoping the gods spoke to her and it brought her directly to me. No, we were, I was doing karaoke, and it was a girl that I knew, and she came up and she hugged me, and we were hanging out, and I had done a song, and she came over and sat next to me, and she was drunk, and she put her hand directly on my thigh nut meet-up area. And I said, hey, you might not want to put that there, because I'm wearing gym shorts. And then she laughed and moved her hand. And I said, wait a minute. The request from the gods has been fulfilled. So with that being said, I would like to beseech the gods for a winning lottery ticket, the cure to cancer, and some way to make anime movies into reality. Thank you very much.
Did you speaking of the gods, did you see they actually have the final mock-up for the Baphomet statue for Oklahoma?
Yes! It looks fucking awesome!
Oh, man, I want, miniature versions of that to put on my desk, because it does look pretty badass.
And the little kids are just like, hey, look at the nice goat man!
Yeah. Oh, man, it's so great. They've got multiple versions of the cast made for it, too, just in case people fuck with the statue once it's made, so they can, remake it.
Man, you know it's going to get fucked up, but hey, that's just religious bigotry. That's just silly, prejudiced hatred.
I don't know how many times they can vandalize it in the middle of, the city hall
well,
before someone catches them.
It's not inside city hall, it's outside of it, so
okay.
People could do it at night, but the other side is that, it's one of those things that probably once it is vandalized, the police aren't going to do anything about it. But, well, we'll have to take it down. So that's why they want to have another one ready to replace it. But I was reading something they were talking about how the Satanists have basically said that if Oklahoma pulls the law or they make it where they take down the 10 Commandments one there so they can't put theirs up, there's several other states that already have those up and we're ready just to put ours there instead because they've never fought the issue in those states. So they're like, this statue's going to go up somewhere. Texas is the next one on the list because Texas has a 10 Commandment statue up too.
All hail the Goatlord.
For real. All right. Well, speaking of goats, let's talk about boars.
Yes. Let's go way down south. Way down south. Where Michael the Voice Chavello is from. Australia. Take it away, Kyle.
I'm seeing Crocodile Dundee.
I'm just a UFC nerd, mixed martial arts.
Fair enough. So, basically, in Australia, the land of everything trying to kill you, These people decided to go camping away from protection of civilization. I don't know why. So while they were out there camping, they heard something in the middle of the night going through their camp. And when they turned the light on, look, they saw a feral pig that was attempting to steal 3 6-packs of beer.
Apparently, it didn't attempt. It succeeded.
It did. It downed those beers.
Yeah, it consumed 18 beers, and basically then began to run around the campsite drunk. And at some point, it was chased by a cow around another vehicle.
Can we please come up with some scenarios how that altercation came into play?
I could just see it. Could you imagine this drunken boy, and it's running around, it's been in the garbage, it's had something to eat, it's like, hey, and it's drunk. So it doesn't know it. That thing looks like a cow. It's like, hey, baby. Hey, baby.
He had on beer goggles.
Why don't you come over here and sit on my snout? And that cow was like, oh,
you're nothing but a pig.
You're nothing but a pig, exactly. And it's like, you know what? I've had enough of this. And start chasing him. Get this bitch off me! He's running around a car. Get this bitch off me!
Don't have a cow, bitch!
See, I imagine it was something kind of like that because Australia is fairly open-minded. I mean, I think they have an atheist lesbian prime minister, or they did at one point. So I figure they're okay with interspecies marriages. So the pig and the cow were married, and that cow was just tired of this pig coming home drunk every night. So she just chased his ass out of the house.
That's just so great. I just imagine the cow was just sitting there. Let's imagine that the cow was at a library. The cow was at a library studying for a final, and the drunken feral pig boar stumbles in there yelling the lyrics to Happy by Pharrell Williams. Because it's so happy that it found 3 6-packs of beer. Happy! Hey, hey. And the cow's like, this motherfucker, I have to do my final tomorrow. But I'm going to be cool because I've been taking yoga classes. I got my Zen on. I'm good. All of a sudden, the fucking pig stumbles over and spills the last beer right on the fucking college textbook. And the cow goes nuts. The cow's like, I've had enough of your shit. Ah! And it turns into the cow from Kung Pao Way of the Fist. Doing backflips and jump kicks, shooting the fucking milk gun nipples. And then this pig's like, I'm in over my head. Holy shit, this is utter hell. And it runs away. And the cow's like, you're not getting out of this, you motherfucker.
And then the next day, it's on Facebook. Look, I got so drunk. I hit on a cow I didn't even know. And that's not all. I'm really sick. But it's not the alcohol.
Yes!
It's as bad as I was reading something else, so I stopped paying attention. But the moment I heard I'm not sick, I was like, oh, that's a joke about me. I should probably start what's going on.
Kyle just looks up. Hey, it's coming right for me, fuck.
Yeah. I ain't no reaction to get out of the way. This one, just take it.
Always have to be on your guard in the jungle.
I'll hopefully make my fortitude save and be able to survive it.
Yes.
It actually might be a will save.
Man. Joke. Now I just want to find a wild boar and give it a bunch of beer and see what it does.
It's so crazy too. Just thinking first off, these people are in Australia camping, which that is such a ridiculous idea. Why did you even go in the wilderness? Why do you even live in Australia? It's just I just imagine every day you wake up, it's just fighting through a zombie apocalypse or something with all these things out there trying to kill you. Even the passive animals and plants are trying to actively kill you. It's just so weird. But then that's what you encounter in wilderness. You don't encounter some kind of crazy poisonous animal attempting to kill you. You encounter a drunken pig, or a pig who steals your beer, rips open all the trash bags around you, and then some cow. They don't even explain where the cow came from, but just some cow suddenly starts chasing this pig around around a vehicle.
It had enough shit too, man. It's every goddamn day, everything trying to. You know what? Fuck this boy. I'm gonna fight that. Goddamn it! I had enough. Even the cows in Australia are badass.
Exactly.
Everything there has to be badass or it dies.
What's crazy too is it says in the article that feral pigs are considered an invasive pest in many parts of Australia. Where the fuck did they come from?
They swam there. Those pigs are no joke. They swam over from, what's the closest place to fucking Australia?
New Zealand?
New Zealand, yeah, from there.
Oh my god.
Let's just hope that the fucking invasive feral pigs never meet the fucking Arizona Chihuahuas that we talked about. Because then the world's fucked. And I'm just going to be...
Story, man.
What the...
Dude.
What the hell is this shit, man? I'll just give it... He's alright. Just give him some beer, man. He's alright. He won't fuck with you.
Man. Let's hope that never happens. I would just wait for the boars to kill the small dogs. I'd like dress up like a boar and be like, yeah, you ought to go kill those motherfuckers. And then I'd just leave.
I don't know. The dogs might have an advantage because they think they smell like bacon strips.
Oh, it's bacon! Bacon.
So, I don't know if I showed this to Shane or not, but when you mentioned finals, it reminded me of something that actually came through the Athens, Georgia's Craigslist that was posted on the UGA subreddit. And basically the title is Hitman Wanted UGA. I'm looking for someone to run my friend and I over with their car. We do not want to die. We just want to be injured enough to get out of taking our finals here at UGA. Please do not kill. And the compensation is hitting 2 lovely ladies by vehicle with permission.
That's fucking great.
That's pretty awesome that you're willing to, like, possibly get run over to avoid taking a test.
I'm sure that's a joke, but how funny would it be if, like... Well, it wouldn't be funny unless they're only mildly injured, like a bruise. If someone did it, and the police show up, it's like, points it out in the paper.
Exactly.
Permission.
Exactly.
Look, don't give me any crap, man. I'm already crazy. I gotta suppress this every day. Someone gives me permission, I'm gonna take it. Alright? Don't blame me.
Or maybe the guy's trying to do the world a favor and doesn't want to just take out these drunken pigs before they get in any actions up here. Like
Drunken pigs. Oh my goodness.
Oh man. But the whole thing in Australia with this, I mean, I wonder if this is like a common thing with these pigs, like
they usually get drunk, get chased by cows all y'all time.
Yeah.
It's a weekender. That's what you do.
I'll tell you one thing, that's pretty crazy. You know what? That would also make cooking them really easy because they've already been like basted in beer, so you don't have to like use any other beer. So you can just go catch this wild pig that's like drunk and just cook them and get like all the good beer basting flavor.
Man. So now I'm imagining this drunken pig.
Uh-oh.
And since he drinks beer, why doesn't he watch television? So he always watches like the animal shows on there, and he's like, "Oh crikey, I've got a great idea. I'm gonna go poke this cow with my tusk. Oh, it's angry!"
Oh my god.
The cow hunter.
The cow hunter.
Oh man, let's just hope it avoids stingrays. Rest in peace.
All right, so.
Oh wait, hold on. Let me do a good segue. I got a good one.
Okay.
Another thing that's awesome about Australia is their women still grow out their pubic hair. And speaking of women's pubic hair, that brings us to our next story. Go ahead, Kyle.
Wow. So, in honor of Arbor Day, Pornhub announced that they were going to plant a tree for every 100 videos that were watched from the big dick category on their website. So,
hold on. Side note. It didn't say big dick category in any of the news feeds. So you're just like, go to, it's like Arbor Day plants trees for porn viewing. So it's like, awesome, I'm in. I'm going to save the motherfucking planet. Call me Evan Captain Planet Jones. And then you get there and you read the thing and it's like big dick category and you're like, and I'm destroying the planet. One tree at a time.
I didn't know the big dick thing either. I mean, every article I saw about it just said that for every 100 videos they were planting trees.
When I first heard that, I'm like, well, then they're going to plant 15 million trees.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to be a lot of fucking trees.
You know, there's a whole website that basically, this is a little off topic, but what it does is it somehow like captures all the search terms that are going on the major porn websites, and it just scrolls them. Like, it doesn't scroll what the people are getting, it just scrolls the words they're searching. I mean, watch that for like 30 seconds. You're like, there's some fucked up people out there that are searching this shit on these websites.
Man. It makes you feel normal when you see all this shit that goes on there. It's like, I'm not so bad.
Yeah, exactly.
You didn't save the earth, Evan. Shut the hell up.
That's true, I didn't. You know why? Because I don't want to plant trees. I want to plant bushes. So I watched 100 videos in the bush category. I'm going to live in the bush.
So did you go there? Well, it did work like this. It's like, oh, they're going to plant a tree for every 100 videos. And it's like, hey, man, I'm down for this. Let's go outside. And you got there, and it's like the big dick cat. What the hell is this shit?
Oh, man. Why they gonna try to fuck with me?
I was going to try to fuck with them. That's my job.
All this fucking around is getting me mad. How about you kick my ass right now?
Okay.
I can't breathe.
They ended up planting, supposedly they're supposed to plant 15,473 trees. So that would mean that during this time period there were 1.5 million of those videos watched.
Can you imagine some like very sensitive, arty woman who loves the planet and she's just like she's like, but I have to plant trees. And she's just like, oh, it's huge. And she's just like pressing the space bar and turning away in heart. And she's like, she's peeking at it.
Woman I know has been like a freak, so I don't see them turning away. They probably
It's so funny to think of it that way, though.
They're probably like, oh my god.
So small, I thought this was the big dick category.
This is the look.
It's supposed to look like a fucking construction code.
When did these women turn into professional wrestlers, by the way?
I don't know.
Well, maybe
what they
all
saw?
women.
Gorgeous ladies of wrestling, hell yeah. Bull Nakano, that big Japanese woman, and Sweaty Ned and Armageddon.
Sweaty Ned and Armageddon.
Stranglemania. What's her name? I don't remember.
It was Sweaty Ned and Armageddon on the actual Stranglemania, but I don't know what her actual name was.
I thought that was her actual name. I was
No, goddammit! What do you mean you thought that was her actual name?
Well,
Side note,
I mean,
if people listening, go ahead.
No, I thought that was good. The person's actual character name for Glow. I was like, it's been so long since I even seen or heard of that I didn't remember anybody's name.
So for all our listeners out there, you don't have to like Insane Clown Posse as musicians. You can say that their music sucks, but what you cannot say is they are terrible wrestling commentators, because they're the fucking best. So go to YouTube and look up Stranglemania. I know I've told you before, but let me remind you, you could get kicked in the nuts right in the morning and wake up with the worst fucking nut ache of your life. You'd be like, my life is terrible. You watch Stranglemania, you're going to be skipping out your fucking door. You're going to be the happiest motherfucker this side of the east side of the Mississippi, okay?
Doctor, I've been sent Spain. Take 2 ICPs of Stranglemania.
As soon as you hear Diamond Donovan Douglas talking about beating up the man in the panda suit, you will have a brand new, happy, optimistic outlook on life.
The music video commentaries they did too for some TV show were pretty hilarious.
Yeah, what was that? International Film Channel, IFC or whatever it's called.
What it was.
Independent
IFC.
Film Channel. The one they did for the Katy Perry video.
I bet her shit's got sprinkles and smells like cupcakes. It's like, what the fuck are you talking
I
about?
bet her nipples taste like cinnamon.
I mean, it was pretty good, and they were like, some of them, like I felt like they legitimately was the first time they'd ever seen or heard some of those musicians.
Yeah.
Because there's a Justin Bieber one they watched. They really weren't as critical on him as I thought they were going to be. I guess they've mellowed in their old age.
Yeah. Ever since they got signed to Disney, they went downhill.
Are they really signed to Disney?
They got signed to Disney for one album, I think, back in the day. And then they got kicked off of it.
Surprise!
Yeah, never would have saw that coming. But anyway, back to the point at hand. Let's make Pornhub out there, if you're listening to me, let's make Plant a Bush Month. Let's do it for International Garden Magazine.
I'm sure there's a reason they picked that category and didn't tell anybody until the end, because if they'd really planted 100 for like any other category, they would have.
You could, can't say that I would participate, but you could have like shaved for the plains, like protect the plains, save the buffaloes,
Save the buffalo.
protect the plains,
Save the beavers.
save the beavers. Oh my god! Let's come up with different campaigns for different porn categories. Walk for Life would be for foot fetish.
Save the whales for the BBWs.
Yeah.
Oh God!
I decided just to go to the opposite.
Just went right for it, man.
For recycling for
Food fetish could be feed the hungry.
Feed the hungry. Oh my
That seems
God.
like a terrible one for Feed the Hungry, because they're wasting food.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
just
they'll
sitting there
give
watching it.
they'll give food to the people for everyone who watches it. It'll be all right.
That also, to me, just seems like the worst thing ever. With, like, I always thought I was like, you're already sticky afterwards. Like, I don't need fucking chocolate syrup and shit all over the place too. I'm like, seriously, no, we don't need all that.
Now, I just want to mention we are in the month of May, so you can have Mom, Son, Mother's Day.
Oh God!
that would be really big in Japan.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Rah!
Oh my goodness!
He went Hamada style on that one.
Did you see the story about the guy who chopped off his junk when he found out that his son and wife had been sleeping together?
How does that fix the problem?
That's what I want to know.
It really doesn't, but there's actually an animated GIF of him walking around afterwards covered in blood and his junk on the ground.
Oh! No, I don't want to look at that.
That was one of those things that was like...
No, you forget. We know why this is.
What?
Way back. Let's go back in time. There he is sitting at the bar. He sees this cute girl. They're still young. And his dick's like, hey man, you need to go get some of that. And later on, he's like, this is your fault. Whack! Just takes him out.
You always get me in trouble.
I'm going to take a moment to talk to my dick. Hey, buddy, if you don't get me in trouble, I won't. I almost said whack you off.
Wait a minute now.
I won't sever our relationship. Oh my God, that is terrifying. That is horrifying.
Yeah, man, genital mutilation.
Wow.
They could have also had genital mutilation videos for the for Arbor Day. Protect the woods.
Oh,
That
Oh,
doesn't
my
make any
God.
sense to me, though. That's like, every day, that motherfucker comes over to my desk, talks shit every goddamn day. So you know what I did today? The last time he came over, I stood up and punched myself right in the face.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, you want to start some shit? Let me go ahead and start it for you. Why did he just punch himself in the face? Man, don't mess with him. He's crazy. God, what other porn categories? Me too. Fuck.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't keep up with, like, charities. I
So
don't
for
know.
like,
No, hold on. Unfortunately, he doesn't keep up with charity. The porn side he's okay on, but he can't really
Right.
make charities to him.
I can think of plenty of stuff for the porn side, but I need charity to go with it. God damn it.
so we could have for Talk Like a Pirate Day, we could have like the one-eyed pirate hookers category.
hell?
Women with
Is
eye
there
patches.
actually a category for that?
There's a category for everything.
Rule 34.
Rule 34, dude. Rule 34.
I'm
Thank
not
goodness
saying
for
there's
that.
not porn of it, but is there a category for it?
I'm sure there is.
It's not really for a charity, but I guess for like some kind of like Irish thing or like St. Patrick's Day, you just have like redheads.
Yep.
Because if there's anything that we've learned from comic books, it's that redheads are automatically more attractive.
Oh, man. I'm trying to look at the X-Hamster website in my head, but I never really go by the categories. I just type in search terms, so give me a second.
Oh my god, now I want to see some of the search terms that Evan clicks in.
Man, it's boring stuff, man. It's just like big boobs.
Big boobs. Like that. It's got 4 O's.
Big boobs.
Big boobs.
BEWB.
Boobs. I look up people by name. Oh, man. Oh, dude, there's like fuck, what was her name? She was ruling my world. Kelly Hart. Kelly Hart is amazing. She makes some weird videos, so you have to be careful. But the ones that aren't weird are fucking beautiful. She has the biggest boobs that you have ever seen.
There's sometimes I wonder if we should
Ease.
change our podcast to like a porn podcast.
Porncast?
It's basically like we end up talking about that stuff.
Do we?
Our name is The Offenders. I think it's fair game no matter what.
Oh my god! So I was trying to remember the link to the live search that pulls from it. I'm just going to read some of the ones that have popped up in the first 10 seconds of being opened. Vomit instruction. My
Oh!
vomit experience. Oh, Jesus.
Are there people who don't know how to vomit? The sound would take it seriously, like literally. Like it's like, I feel so bad. It's not the alcohol, but I need to vomit. I need instructions.
Ride that bitch. 2 exclamation marks. The one thing I'll say too is people who are searching for porn just can't spell worth a damn. These people spell terrible. Why would you want to watch female circumcision? What the fuck, man? Oh,
he curled into a ball. If only there's video.
Oh, just that word circumcision is terrible.
Dirty talk ass masturbation. I don't even know.
Dirty talk ass masturbation.
Man, I had enough of your dirty talk ass masturbation.
That's exactly how I thought of it.
Humping ex-boyfriend sweatshirt.
What?
I don't know, man.
What is this, a dog?
How do you hump a sweatshirt? Do you like
There's
roll
a
it
will,
into
there's
a
a way.
fucking ball with a...
Oh, man.
I'm intrigued. Keep reading.
Iranian lesbian.
Oh.
Hey, all right.
Must be from Palestine.
Yeah.
Webcam
right.
Asian dildo squirting.
Webcam Asian dildo.
I'll put a link to this search thing in the comments so other people who want to just pull it up and just randomly see what fucked up shit people are like
That one was fairly
searching
normal.
for. Well, here's the Pokemon porn one. It only took a minute to find it. Pokemon Ash and May.
It's like, is that a name or like a month?
I always
Ash and May are
wondered what-
characters from one of the games, I think.
Always wondered what was our friend's name? Roger?
Oh,
What are you
yeah.
talking about? Oh.
I always wondered what he searched for.
That
Now
seems
I
kind of tame
know.
for him.
Well, that's
so.
because it's been in the Pokeball for a while. It's feral otherwise.
Oh my
God.
god.
Then
Oh,
he gets
man.
drunk and he gets chased by a cow.
Really
You know what's-
quickly, like watching these just scroll up because they just constantly scroll. So that's not like you have to refresh. It's just scrolling as people are searching. So it's just like, I mean, it's a train wreck. You just keep seeing things that are worse and worse. You're like, why are people looking for this?
Another thing that's great to do if you ever just want to have some good old-fashioned fun is just read the comments on the videos of those websites. And it's like, you can tell they only have one hand they're typing with because it's like part of a sentence and it's like, that bitch right in the ass. They don't even put the first word there. And they spell it all fucked up. Like there's like, they held their finger too long on the letter S. So it's like, big ass titties. I love it.
Have you ever
Maybe the
seen there
rescue
was the
got
guy
stuck.
who would go, I think it was on Pornhub, and he would write haikus about the porn in the comments?
That's awesome.
No, but that's great.
Oh, there were some great ones in there. Them tits in my face. I can no longer hold it. Oops, sorry, baby. I mean, he would write haikus and shit on there. Oh, man.
One of my friends last night was showing me something on his phone, and he was typing something, and he hit the letter R, and his autocomplete, the first thing that came up was RedTube. And he was like, God damn it, how do I get rid of that? And I was like, long touch, my friend. He's like, what does that mean? So I had to show him how to remove it. And I was like, do I need to do that for X-Hamster or YouPorn or PornTube or...
You can just clear all of it at once, though. But then it clears all the stuff you might not want to clear, too, I guess.
Because he was trying to ask a girl something, and he accidentally had sent RedTube. And she was like, what is a RedTube? He's like, oh, it's nothing. It's just autocorrect. You know, it messes up all the time. I was like, dude, I would have had a fucking aneurysm if that happened. I was like, oh no! She knows where I go every single night of my life!
Well, I mean, the fact that she didn't know would probably mean I wouldn't want anything to do with her.
Or maybe she was just giving him an out. Maybe she was being nice. Let's hope that's what it was.
Doubt it.
And just for the record, this is definitely not the drummer of my band that we're talking about, okay? Definitely not him.
That's when I don't search for weird things like on my phone or on my iPad because that's something that somebody else might ask to see. And I don't want to see if I search for something crazy, even if it was like a legitimate search. So I just like, no, those
I
are...
had a reason for buttered beaver asshole, all right?
I was trying to make my own ortolan bunting. I needed a buttered beaver asshole.
Oh man.
Though I remember one of the weirdest things that I ever searched for. I came across by accident, and I was trying to find it again. It was naked Japanese women playing taiko drums. It was fucking amazing.
That's not all that weird.
What'd you search to find that though?
I was just like, naked Asian titty bounce drums.
Asian titty bounce drums.
Because that's all you could see was their hands moving and hitting the drums, and their boobs were just like boing, 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 boing. I was like,
Oh my god.
So if you guys haven't looked that up, look up naked Japanese women playing taiko drums. It's amazing.
The fact that you didn't just look for that.
I could have. Naked titty bouncing Asian drums.
Didn't work, did it? You had to look up taiko drum, didn't you?
Taiko.
Yeah.
That would have probably brought back women playing with small toy trucks. Get it, Taiko?
Well, I was going to say because I remember there's a company that made video games called Taiko, and then they actually released this was during the whole Guitar Hero and Rock Band. They released like one of those. It was like the Taiko drum simulator, and so like you bought drums and it had the big sticks and you would play it. So now when you said that, my first thought was not of them actually playing the drums, but playing this video game drum game.
Just as likely, really.
Yeah.
It's so funny that you mentioned that because Shane and I are both looking at my copy of PlayStation 2 Taiko Drum Master sitting here.
Okay, so you have it. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, yeah.
Now we know why the guy on the front cover has such a happy face.
Yeah, he's got a big old smile. He's like, look at them titties. Another thing that drives me crazy about porn searches is when you have the name of a specific porn star, like Dawn Allison. She's a super hot woman with big old titties and glasses. She looks like a hot teacher. And it's like, I know her name, but if you search her name, it's already been taken off because they got caught for putting shit that people paid for up for free for everybody else. So it's like, fuck, what terms do I have to use to bring her up? So it's just like, okay, what was she doing in that video? Big titty glasses. Shit. What else was there? So you're just sitting there, you're like, fuck. Why can't I just type Dawn Allison? God damn it.
That's crazy to me that you even know porn stars' names. Like, other than the ones that are like mainstream celebrities, I couldn't tell any porn star's name.
She's not even like a real porn star. She just has a website, and there's a lot of people who go to the website.
Okay.
Does she have sex?
Yes, but it's with her husband, so it doesn't really count.
So it's porn, and she's starring in it.
No, it's making love.
Well, that's one of those ones that's like she's not a part of the I guess the overall film industry. She just has a website where she does her own thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can think of a name of a porn star. Luscious Lopez. Luscious Lopez, I know her. She's actually really pretty. It's so weird when just like drop dead gorgeous women get into porn. So strange.
Fucking easy.
What's oh man, Sasha Grey. Sasha Grey's name.
Oh yeah, that's like the one name that I always remember.
Mm-hmm. That's enough.
That's enough. That's enough.
I don't want to make myself look any worse than I already do.
That's fine. You do a pretty good job at it.
Did I mention that I look at naked pictures of monster girls all the time?
Oh man, I thought you were
Just
going
in
to say
case.
something else. That's way better than I thought you were going to say.
Did I mention that I really enjoy drinking naked juice?
Naked juice?
Yeah, it's a smoothie. Green machine, blue machine.
Why is it called naked juice? Because there's something not in it, like.
Yeah, it's supposed to be
Clothes.
au natural.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't want any clothes in my juice.
Yeah,
You fucking strip that orange down butt ass naked and force it in there.
butt ass naked. Ass naked or butt naked wouldn't be enough. It has to be butt ass naked. Is there a hyphen in that, or is that just all together?
Butt ass.
Butt ass.
Nah, it's a compound word, but you can choose to hyphenate or just space. So it's okay.
I think we're being a little too anal about this word.
Oh man, so porn. Go watch.
Speaking of
some.
anal, it's time for Evan Jones's random black metal song title. Sodomythical Frost Goats.
Is that a real song?
That's a real fucking song.
Sodomythical.
Sodomythical, Sodomythical.
Long we have been told this myth of the sodomy.
The sodomythical frost goats have been spoken of for generations. If that's not the most black metal thing that I've ever heard in my life, then it's obvious that I am not in a band from Singapore.
I was going to say, yeah, who sings that song?
Singapore, obviously.
It's a band from Singapore. I want to say it's Inquisition, but I know it's not Inquisition. It starts with an I.
Now, I must ask this question.
Yes.
How is their singing? Is their singer good or Singapore?
Singapore, man. He can't do shit.
Well, Singapore is a third world country, so, he can be rich in other ways.
The third world, the demon world?
The Makai. Always comes back to Legend of the Overfiend. Or as one of our friends calls it, you
Just scream it out.
That's right.
Yeah, I was going to say, it makes sense that they would use words like that if it's a band that's not their language. Like, from Singapore, they're probably like, oh, this means to fuck in the ass. And goats are evil, so fuck goats in the ass. Or ass fucking goats. However you want to. Maybe Singapore flips the way words are read.
Now, that does make sense because there's a band called Impaled Nazarene from Finland, and they have a song called Angel Rectums Do Bleed. And actually, there's three. There's Angel Rectums Do Bleed, Angel Rectums Still Bleed, and Prequel to the Bleeding.
Oh.
And I don't know if they know exactly what they were saying, or if they were just like, what is the weirdest thing we can fucking say? But it's actually about raping angels in the ass.
Oh, well, then they knew what they're talking about.
In case you didn't realize by the name Impaled Nazarene, they like to be offensive.
So a little bit more serious question here. So with metal bands and stuff like that, at what point does it go from them actually being good performers and maybe making a statement to just being offensive for the sake of pissing people off?
It probably depends on who it is.
I'll tell you, the entire Polish black metal scene is nothing but National Socialist bullshit. That's exactly what you're talking about. Like, you listen to it, and I'm willing to stretch my patience a little further. Everybody can't start out as an awesome musician, but if what you're trying to do is spread a message and you can't fucking play music, write a goddamn book. Don't play shitty music with a shitty message over it. But like all the bands from there, like Velez and Graveland, man, I haven't talked about these bands in years. But just all of these bands from Poland, all of a sudden made this big stink in the scene about being National Socialist black metal, and it's just like, on one hand, it's funny because people get mad at it because it's like, whoa, they were already singing songs about hate and killing and torture and death, so it's like, you can't talk about National Socialism? That's offensive. It's like the thing we talked about on that other episode where it's like, rape magic? You can't talk about that. That's supposed to be the devil. Even the devil wouldn't use rape magic. So I can realize how silly it is. But to answer your question, the entire area of Poland is pretty much known for its horrible music with its horrible messages. Except for Behemoth and Vader, and I'm sure there's some other ones.
Well, that to me is kind of like, so this weekend up here in Athens was the Human Rights Festival. And pretty much what that means is a bunch of shitty fucking music and people singing about things that are wrong and should be corrected in the world, But the problem with it is it's shitty fucking music.
That face is a little to the left. Got my OCD fucking crazy.
The bitch put the orange juice back in the fridge, only a swig left, yeah.
That would have been great. But then, like, jam bands getting up there rocking out about war in other countries that don't really matter because we're not in those countries. But what makes it even worse is not only is it shitty music, not only shitty music they're trying to make a point, but in between bands, some guy would get up there and basically just yell about what's wrong with the world. So after the guy bitched about his song about the bitch putting the OJ back in the swig left, the guy gets up there and then actually has to discuss how that's a terrible thing to do. And it's not like you could avoid this if you were downtown. They basically blocked off a whole block of downtown and put a stage up in the middle of the road so this was going on. Right in front of, like, the two busiest areas.
Oh, God.
And so when I went down there yesterday, all the people I knew who I saw, I was like, "Did you come down here for the festival?" They were like, "Fuck no, this goddamn thing's in the way." Human rights? My human right is not have to listen to this bullshit.
Shane, I think you had an idea.
Yeah, we should do that. We should write those songs and make an album and call it First World Problems.
Yeah, exactly.
What would the name of the band be?
Whiny Bitches.
I don't know.
I think First World Problems should be the name of the band.
Maybe it should
FWP.
be.
Should be called something else. I mean, it could be a self-titled first album.
That's true.
Dude, yeah, that's a really good... Let's write these songs. Dude, if they can make a song about a fucking fox, why can't we be millionaires for writing a song about motherfuckers who leave a swig of orange juice in the goddamn carton and put it back in the fridge?
Well, some of these like performers who make these joke songs probably do better than people who are actually making real music.
Dude, Lonely Island.
Yeah, for real. Like them, and then there's, what's his name, Jonathan Colton.
Yeah.
Weird Al Yankovic.
Yeah.
Great mind that he is.
Justin Bieber.
That motherfucker's just a joke.
Yeah.
Oh, I hear, I think up in your neck of the woods next weekend is Up Your Athens Fest. Have you heard about that, Kyle?
No, but I won't even be up here. But what is it?
It's, the cool thing is there's like 20 bands, and it's $1.
Oh.
And it's just like a bunch of like punk and metal and hardcore bands going crazy. And it's at the Caledonia Lounge, which is supposed to be a pretty cool place.
My mind is wonderful.
Tell us, Shane, what is your mind coming up with?
It's like 20 bands and $1, and they put it in the middle of the cage, and they just fight over that dollar.
That would be so great.
That
Guitars
would be
breaking
awesome.
over heads and shit.
So have you looked and seen who's going to be at Mayhem this year?
Yes. Body Count's in the house. Body Count. Dude, fucking Ice-T's band, Body Count, got signed to Sumerian Records. They're going to be their Darkest Hour, one of my favorite bands of all time, is going to be there. Cannibal fucking Corpse.
So I'm
so
just going to
excited.
put this out there. You're the only person I've asked that question to who is excited. Everybody else is like, yeah, just a bunch of shitty bands.
That's probably because they're like,
What? Asking Alexandria isn't playing? What? Motionless in White isn't playing? The Butcher Babies aren't playing? I'm not going.
No,
I'm just going to put my makeup on and go to the mall.
No, most of them are people who are like, I went last year because I wanted to see like Mastodon and basically the headliners, and they're like, they weren't even happy with who the headliners were this year. So
how can you not be happy about Cannibal Corpse? They're fucking amazing. Okay, let's just think about this for a minute. They were in an Ace Ventura movie.
Oh, well, okay then.
Seriously, Jim Carrey is a fan of death metal. Jim Carrey's like, hey, these are my buddies from Florida. They like talking about chopping people in half. Let's put them in a comedy movie. Exactly where they belong, obviously. Cannibal fucking Corpse.
Gore wasn't available.
War can't happen because Odorous is
dead. Yeah. The only
No.
wasn't
Dave
dead,
Brocky
but-
is dead. Odorous just vanished.
Or was he dead when Ace Ventura was out there?
No, he wasn't.
See, there you go.
Guar was in a movie. What was it? Empire Records. Eat the
yeah.
brownies, Mark.
Yeah, the only thing I ever remember about Cannibal Corpse was I think they had a song called Meat Hook Sodomy.
Yes, they do. Hammer Smash Face, I
Yeah.
Come Blood. There's tons of great song titles that you could discuss at an early Sunday morning brunch at church.
That'd be a pretty good church band.
Fucked with a Knife.
It'd be banned, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
You forget where we live. We'll go in there and talk about all we want to. We'll be like, look, we're talking about this. What you going to do about it? We'll pull our firearms out. Back the fuck up, man.
Our arms will be on fire because we're magicians.
Right. I'll
We're
have
elementals.
my bare arms.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there are a bunch of like music festivals in Athens though, so it's so hard when people are like, "Oh, you know that one?" I'm like, "No, which one is that one? Is that the hippie one? No, the metal one? No, is it the shitty local one? Yeah, oh yeah, I'm not going to that."
Real quick, let's talk about something super offensive before we sign off. The
Haven't
new
we?
gun law. The new gun law in Georgia. So now, in case you don't feel safe going to Wendy's to get your hamburger, you can bring your old shotgun right into the fucking Wendy's and carry it up to the counter.
You could do that anyway. You could do that before.
Actually,
well, not
the
your
Wendy's
shotgun.
wouldn't even be my concern because as a private business, they can say no, and then
Right.
you have to follow the law. The place you should be concerned about that people can now bring guns with no questions asked are schools, government
Nightclubs.
buildings, airports, bars, stuff like that.
No, bars can still, as a private place, they can
Yeah,
still kick you out.
that's true.
What
but-
you should worry about is the courthouse, which is public.
Yes.
And that motherfucker's like, I'm not paying this goddamn ticket. And he just starts shooting people.
It's turning into the fucking Old West. And people can make fun of me all they want, but I guarantee you, within the next year, you're going to see so many fucking cowboy motherfuckers like, oh yeah, you won't take my gun from me, I'm going to take your life. Boom, 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 boom.
But-
Oh shit, it's Wild Bill Jenkins, the motherfucker who didn't want to pay his parking ticket.
What pisses me off is that everybody's like, well, they're fighting for their rights to own guns. Well, and to feel safe. Well, what about those of us who don't feel safe that those fucking idiots have guns? Who's fighting for my
Exactly.
goddamn rights?
Ugh, it's nuts.
It's so stupid, too. I've gotten this argument with so many people about this, but, like, the moment that you talk about, like, well, the NRA is a group that's fighting for our own guns. No, the NRA is an organization that was created by the ammo and gun manufacturers to promote themselves, and they've suckered, like, the entire fucking country into believing it. All their funding comes from the gun and ammo manufacturers. Why else
That's
would they
heavy,
not
man.
push the shit that they push?
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's only like one major ammo manufacturer in the country, and like they basically just funnel money into them to, it's so stupid. But whatever.
Dude, the first weekend after it passed, somebody got shot right in downtown Macon. Like right in the middle of everybody.
Well, it's passed, but it hasn't technically gone into effect yet. It's supposed to go into effect on July 1st. That's when most new laws go into effect. I'm just waiting for them to be some people getting gunned down in the governor's office or something to see.
Something
Hopefully
like
that'll
that.
change something.
That's the big thing.
Yeah.
Everything else is pretty much the same. I mean, you could take it down the street anyway, as long as you had your permit for it and everything.
Yeah. Well, there are other laws too. There are other parts of the law that were ridiculous. Like one of them was police can no longer ask to see your permit for your gun unless you're committing a crime.
That's ridiculous.
So
That's the worst thing ever.
Yeah.
It's like, hey,
hey, I see you shooting that guy over there. Do you have a permit for that gun?
oh, it just so happens I do. Oh, well, carry on then.
Carry
Just
on,
walks off.
citizen.
I mean, really, that's so stupid. It's like whether you had a permit or not, if they're committing a crime, it doesn't fucking matter. That's like an afterthought. I guess it's another charge you could throw on top of it, but
Pretty much.
It's the prison complex. It's a business, son.
But yeah, that law's so ridiculous down here. So, if you live in Georgia and you don't own a gun, you should probably go get one because everybody else is going to be walking around with them.
they're not really though. All the people who weren't going to have one anyway aren't going to go get one because they can carry it where they want now.
Can we make a bill to the House where we can carry fucking samurai swords and bow and arrows and shit?
That is kind of shitty because it used to be like the trick if you wanted to carry a baseball bat was you had to carry a glove and baseballs with you because otherwise if the cops saw a baseball and they assume you're going to start shit and they would get you because you had a baseball bat in your trunk.
Yep.
But you can carry around a shotgun.
Exactly.
Or a pistol who can kill somebody. If someone's beating you with a bat, they're really close to you.
These cops hate baseball.
That's un-American.
Exactly.
And why do they hate ninjas?
They're racist because ninjas wear black.
That's what it is.
Except for Nin Nin, he wears blue.
That's true.
That rhymed. Every time.
Oh my goodness.
I was going to say something else about the guns, but I totally just blocked out of my mind.
The ninjas got you.
Yeah, I'm just one of those. I'm so tired of just discussing an argument because it's a losing battle around here. So it's just
I'll tell
whatever.
you, there's only one way to fix the problem. Give every single person a gun. Until you
That's a
do
terrible
that, it's
idea.
always going to be fucked up. So unless you want to pass out one gun to every citizen, including babies, when you're born, you get a slap on the ass and a gun on the hip. Unless you want to...
That's how
just
most
slap
people
me,
in Europe
motherfucker?
think.
Pow! What?
Most people in Europe think that's how it is over here. The Europeans, I know, just assume that every American owns a gun. They figure it's just, when you talk about, I don't own one, they're like, but you're an American. And yeah, just because I'm American doesn't mean I don't own a gun. Really? Yeah, really. You don't have to own a gun to be an American. Are you sure?
You
might
should just
wanna
go
check
along
your
with
laws.
it. You should just be like, yeah, it's actually a giant wasteland of tumbleweeds and rolling plains.
It's like Fallout.
We all ride in our cars and get out at the saloons and shoot each other over football games.
It's like fucking Mad Max.
Oh, that's not America. That's just the South.
Yeah, true enough.
But the way I see it is, if I have to get a license to drive a car, then you should have to get a license to carry a fucking gun. They're both the gun's probably more deadly than a car, truthfully.
About equal.
I don't know. I think if I had a handgun, I could kill a whole lot more people in a small area than I could a car.
I don't know. If you floorboard that and just take out a sidewalk like in New York, you probably killed about 50 people.
I don't know. We need to try this out.
You call Mythbusters.
I got a car. You go get a gun.
And I'm going to walk away because I'm not part of this.
I technically have one, but...
I've got some experience in experimental design, so we can set this up to make sure it's properly organized so we get the best results.
And then you'll make sure that the statistics are correct.
Yeah, and then I'll send them to Governor Deal, and I'll be like, look, I'm doing this for your benefit, sir.
So deal with it.
So deal with it. Fat fuck.
Fat fuck.
Oh, man. Well,
All right, fat fuck. That's a good place to end it. So,
Yeah.
once again, we're the Offenders Podcast. If you're a woman, you can definitely send us pictures of your titties as long as you're over 18 years old to the offenderspodcast@gmail.com. Is that it?
Yeah, offenderspodcast@gmail.com.
Offenderspodcast@gmail.com.
It only
We're
took
gonna
you about 40 episodes.
Yeah, right? We're going to be at MomoCon coming up in the next couple of weeks, so look out for us. We're going to be hanging out. If you want to make jokes and eat pizza, you can hang with me. If you want to hate life and get drunk, you can hang out with Kyle. And if Shane shows up, you can do something else.
All right, so I think until next time, I'm Kyle.
Who am I? Who am I? Jackie Chan reference.
And I'm sick. It's totally alcohol, though. I changed it.